Did you grow up in Canada? Were you alive in the 90s? Did you love YTV? Fuck yeah, you did! Welcome back to the show that gives Canadian 90s nostalgia the respect it deserves. Today on the show we have YTV superstar Victoria Sanchez. So sit back, strap in as we entertain the crap out of you on You, Me, and YTV, starting now.
I don't know. It's Grace. She's my friend.
Well, pretend she's not Grace. Pretend she's an attractive young woman.
Hey!
No offense.
Everybody, welcome to You, Me, and YTV. Oh my God, we have another episode. There's not a year gap this time, with Ross and Jamie, but this time we got right back into it. Want to know why? Because sometimes when you message people on Facebook, glorious, perfect, magnificent human beings such as Victoria Sanchez here gets back to you and says, yeah, let's do it next week. And I just go, what? Okay, let's do it.
I think it's awesome what you're doing.
Now, before we start this interview, I was going to ask, you were mentioning something about the type of fans that still recognize you.
Yeah,
Let's go over that.
It's pretty amazing. Almost 20 years later, and everywhere I go on a daily basis, I still get recognized. I'm sure the rest of the cast will say the same thing anywhere, but particularly security guards and inmates. I still get fan mail from inmates, letters, random letters.
That explains why you're so chill about this situation, because you're like, oh, you're just some normal guy that's dating my friend and wants an interview, and
I love your girlfriend, by the way.
I love Melissa too.
She's
she's fantastic.
One of the coolest girls I know. Mel, I thought you'd be here today. I wish I would see you, and she's awesome. She should be a YouTuber.
She should be.
She did a video once where she described how to remove your makeup with coconut oil, and it was such an amazing video, and I've been doing it ever since, and she's just so photogenic.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll admit it, I used to have a crush on your girlfriend. She's so hot.
For those of you who don't know Mel, she played Morgan on Radioactive, but Melissa also did a guest spot on Student Bodies when she was Victor's love interest for an episode.
Her name was Rochelle or Rachel or something?
Hey, that's Flash's desk. Not anymore.
Priscilla.
It was Priscilla.
It was Priscilla.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. It was, yes.
Yeah.
And she actually she had that kind of similar eyes to Priscilla, the blue with the eyeliner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anyway,
okay.
You got a cool girlfriend. Okay, move
Awesome.
on.
Okay. All right. So, are you a klutz in real life?
I guess I have to tell you about my audition. I went to audition at Elite Casting for the role of Grace, and at the time I was kind of new at this, and I was coming out of theater school, and in theater school they didn't really tell us how to go about auditions and how to do this stuff. So I came from a theater background, so I would actually bring props to the audition. So I had school binders and a bag and all kinds of things, and I walk into the audition, and literally as I walk into the audition I tripped and everything went flying everywhere. And I think they made their decision before I started my audition. And it was not intentional at all. Actually, my first audition ever was for a show called Watatatao here in Quebec, and I also brought props, and I literally built the set in the audition room. They must have been laughing their asses off, but they kept composure. And at the end of that audition, the director got up and he said, you got the part. So later on, I found out that all that preparation wasn't necessarily necessary for an audition, to really build the sets and everything. But hey, I think you got me 2 roles at the beginning of the career. So
I got 2 roles by looking really weird and that I'm possibly on drugs. That's gotten me tired
great look.
Twice. Yeah.
You got a great look.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You heard that, internet.
Yeah.
Victoria Sanchez said that.
Look at that one or that one?
Look at any camera.
Right. Yeah, no, he's got a great look.
You are so friendly. This interview is about you. The people on the internet, it's like, who the fuck is this guy? Shut up. All right. Actually, in season 1, there was an entire episode dedicated to how you're a klutz and that a guy liked you and you were slowly going to kill him because of your klutziness.
Yes.
Patrick is exactly my type.
O negative.
He has exactly what I want in a man.
A cash, credit cards.
Courage.
The character Grace changed monumentally from season 1 to season 2. And in season 1, they were giving you pigtails and these big 1980s, yeah, bangs and these 1986 MC Hammer
I
type
had
clothes.
the best clothes.
Okay, and you had the prettiest cartoon.
Did I?
Well, everybody else was like,
It's true, they really worked, eh? Yeah.
and yours
no,
is like,
I remember. Yeah, I was pretty happy that my cartoon looked pretty cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alan did a great job with the cartoons.
awesome.
Yeah, the show went from being like really far-fetched and over the top.
My defense team hasn't even cross-examined the witness yet. Hey, Perry Mason, you want to get in the game here?
Come on, give it up, Cody. You're feeling guilty. Otherwise, you'd be having that Baywatch dream again.
Cody, come quick. Mitch and CJ are trapped in an underwater cave. They're running out of air.
Wrong dream, Miss Vasquez.
To gradually getting more and more real.
yeah.
Which was interesting because I think no one expected the fan base to be so much older than they were. It was supposed to be for kids,
And it turned out to be for inmates.
inmates.
Were they inmates when they watched the show, or did they become inmates?
No, the mail would actually come from jail.
Oh, okay. Just clarifying that.
Just clarifying
I
that.
used to watch Student Bodies. That's how I turned to a life of crime.
Well, hey, it was airing at 1 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning sometimes, and I was just surprised, and still am today, at the age range of who watched that show.
yeah.
I mean, that was our little like shot at Canadian fame, and it was actually a nice little taste of fame. I think that I would go crazy if I had to deal with what some major celebrities have to deal with, because I mean, I just got a flash of being in the gym, taking a shower, and a girl coming in and asking me if I was on the show, which was a very awkward moment. I get recognized more sometimes here for a show that I did before Student Bodies, which was a French show. But the minute I step out to Toronto or anywhere else in Canada, it's Student Bodies all the way, everywhere.
Everyone in Toronto, start watching our show. Subscribe. I'm stuck here in Montreal. If you're apathy, I want some Toronto views.
Yeah, but we still appreciate our Montreal fans.
We
for
absolutely
sure.
do. I say we.
sure.
I'm not part of this.
You are. You've become part of it.
I become part of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
You're that guy.
Yeah.
And there is talks about a reunion. I can't say it's going to happen because it's very difficult to get things going with
Yeah.
everyone's crazy schedule.
Ross, the
And-
damn weatherman. Tell me it's going to rain or shine.
Tell us, Ross, is this going to happen?
Speaking of Ross, you mentioned that you guys were in theater school together.
Yeah.
So what was the young Ross Hall like?
He was very shy, timid.
Okay.
He was really talented. So everyone sort of looked up to him. We were in an acting school called Kids in Action, run by Natalie Gauthier,
Okay.
with amazing teachers such as Nadia Verrucci, Leslie Sellers, and I mean to mention a few. And it was kind of like the Mickey Mouse Club here for Montreal, Canada. And
Except everyone didn't grow up to be like, fame-crazed, drug-addled losers,
well, that's probably because there's no publicity here, and there's no star system here, and otherwise it would have happened for sure. Because a lot of kids and teenagers who went to Kids in Action ended up doing great things afterwards, such as Ross. And Ross was one of the veterans of that Kids in Action acting school. I came in a little later.
Okay.
And yeah, so we looked up to them because they had done a bunch of really cool plays already, like Anna Green Gables and West Side Story.
Chris, stop them.
Look, I know you asked Emily out. Thanks a lot, Romeo. Max.
Grace! Sorry, it slipped out.
So in season 2, pretty much from being the klutzy, dangerous to be around girl, you became like one of the hot ones.
What? What is it? Why are you guys staring at me?
All of a sudden it was belly shirt time and like hair was down and you started making out the main character. Like,
How
it's
did that happen? I don't know how that happened. I think Jamie was describing sort of how when we were shooting in that environment, in that school and everything, like maybe the writers started taking a little bit from real life and how we were interacting with each other. Not that I was like making out with all the guys on Student Bodies, but not at all, in fact. But I don't know, maybe we had a little bit of influence in the direction that the characters took.
I asked some of the cast, some, like I did with the other ones. I'm like, hey, what are moments that you remember and stuff like that? And Jamie Ellman, who played Cody, said, well, my memory is when we had the episode where we were both locked in the photo hut.
Take your clothes off, both of you.
What?
And then upon watching this episode, I'm like, oh yeah, because you guys was naked.
Almost. I had lost my voice through that episode completely. I don't even know how it came out.
Yeah, she's gone.
Okay, let's make a run for it.
Right. Where are we going?
We did look naked, but we were not naked.
Okay. Well, there's this picture on Google that my friend showed me that's like a Polaroid photo from that set day.
Yeah.
And you and Jamie are looking at the camera like, yeah.
Oh my God, I want to see that photo. I do remember when we're behind the bar, but you do see that I'm wearing
Yeah.
a little something.
All right, so I couldn't help but notice that there's this episode where the character, Flash, hooks you guys up with some college guys.
College guys are so smooth. This is going to be an incredible night. I can feel it.
And they happen to be
Oh my God.
these two little kids who are geniuses,
Are you looking for your parents?
No, hot stuff. We're looking for you. Flash was right. They are total babes.
So, had there been some kind of sequel to this show, do you think in the future Grace would have looked up this assumably internet billionaire?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Your question's very interesting. I wonder why you picked that question.
Well, because that kid looks like a 10-year-old me.
For sure, I would have
Absolutely,
looked
yeah.
up the nerds.
Cool.
For
Awesome.
sure.
Bye. Call me in 10 years.
Life after high school. You did a show, but at the same time, you've done other things.
Yeah.
You've been a werewolf.
I have. It's not really a werewolf. It was actually a girl who had a condition called hypertrichosis, and she was a 17-year-old girl who just wanted to be normal.
That is not a werewolf. I apologize.
Hey, I don't blame you because the marketing of that film was like...
But wasn't it called something Moon?
Blood Moon was another name
Blood Moon
that
was
the
another one.
distribution gave it afterwards. But it was
There you go.
originally called
That's
Wolf
what
Girl.
screwed me up. Wolf Girl and Blood
Yeah.
Moon and Moon this,
It was
Moon
supposed to be a
that.
drama. Like, Tom Fitzgerald filmed the story. It was amazing. We had an amazing cast.
Yeah.
Shawn Ashmore, Tim Curry, Grace Jones.
Hell yeah.
Dove Tiefenbach. Like, really great cast. And the story was really cool. But then, sometimes in distribution, things get a little mixed up. And then they were trying to sell it as this B horror movie, which it was not. And funny enough, for that movie, I got the best reviews of my life. Like, stacks of reviews, of great reviews. So it's one of the films I'm most proud of. Yeah, I got to do a variety of different roles after Student Body. Well, now I'm doing like a series. We're on to the second season shooting next month, called This Life. So I play Beatrice on This Life, which is more like a real life drama type show. But I'm also, I'm producing a lot too. I'm still acting, but I'm producing a lot too. I'm also doing a lot of motion capture for video games. So I don't know if you're into video games, but
I'm totally into video games.
Deus Ex.
I would love to get into
yeah.
motion capture, and as soon as they want dumpy guys that can't run, I'm in.
Hey, they can they can fix all that. And it's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite things to do right now. So yeah, Deus Ex, I play Alex Vega, and that's coming out real soon. It's going to be really exciting. I hate this city. Come on. If you're right about Dubai, about the Illuminati needing your team as witnesses, then we need to find out why. And I've got a feature film coming out, which I adapted from my favorite childhood book, Wait Till Helen Comes. That was a huge journey, and it's done, and that's going to be coming out probably at the end of this year. We're going to find out soon. And I'm developing another project with director Adam McDonald, who did Backcountry, and that's hopefully we're going to shoot in the fall. It's called Pie Whack It. It's going to be really great. And developing other projects. So it's not just acting. I'm also writing and hoping to get into directing.
Well, thanks so much for meeting me today. Where are we now?
We're at Cartel, a street food restaurant, and it's on the corner of Fairmount and St. Urban. It's my brother's restaurant. It's a Chino Latino type cuisine, and it's awesome. Taco Tuesdays, Taco Tuesdays are awesome, and it's great food.
Awesome. Okay, so 2 last questions right now.
Yeah.
Well, as season 2 was in its third half, the character Grace decided to leave. Now,
I knew you were gonna get to this one.
why did she want to go? Why did you want to go?
Boy.
Well, this is it. I hope I'm doing the right thing.
Grace, if that plane leaves the ground and you're not on it, you'll regret it. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow.
Thursday?
Yeah, probably by Thursday.
You know, there was a lot of like different offers coming in, and I was a bit of a rebel at that time. I wanted to explore other things and other roles, and there was an interesting variety of roles that were being offered, and I just wanted to try it out. I also thought the show was really coming to an end. Looking back, it would have been fun to stay longer. There was some great shows that came after that as well. But I also had the chance to play a variety of different roles at the time. You know, there's a certain age range for actresses where you start getting a lot of roles, and then you reach like around 26 to 30, where it's kind of like they don't know whether to give you the young hot girl or like you're too young to be the mom, so you're kind of in limbo. So I'm glad I got to explore a certain amount of like different roles at the time, and now there's even more interesting roles coming up as I get older. So
aging rules is what you're saying.
Aging rocks. Like, nice. I'm not gonna say how old I am right now, but I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying it. Okay. I'm in a better place in my life.
There you go. Well, that's a nice way to send off, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, and do you have anything to say to the Student Bodies fans, inmates and outmates? Say it to that camera, though.
Thanks for all the support and everything. And if you want a reunion, push for it, because right now there's talks about it, and it's just about getting people motivated to finance it, to write it, because I'm pretty sure all the actors would participate. They're all still acting, which is amazing. I mean, Mark and Nicole and Katie, and Katie's teaching acting now as well. Jessica Goldapple, who's here, and I can't wait to give her a hug because I haven't seen her in a while, and she's one of my best friends, and I love her, and it's her birthday.
And she's spending it with us, which
I know.
We appreciate so much.
And anyways, all the, Jamie Ross, everyone is still acting. That's the beauty about this, so that we can actually do this. And Mick is writing and acting, so if it doesn't happen now, it's not going to happen. But there's definitely a lot of demand. Everywhere I go, people are like, is there going to be a reunion? And it would be fun. So fans, just don't give up.
Like like a cinematic reunion, or like on a Canadian equivalent of Jimmy Kimmel reunion?
That's what we're trying to figure out. Is it going to be like a movie, like a movie of the week type thing? But it'd be fun getting a reunion, and then you get the characters that then you incorporate kind of the real lives of the actors today, it could be really funny. Because it could be really interesting if you incorporate that with the characters. And the theme was it's not real life, it's high school. What about it's not high school, it's real life?
Oh, snap. And it's over on that note. That was awesome. That's a good one.
I'm Victoria Sanchez, Grace Vasquez, watching You, Me, and YTV with Ryan. Cool guy.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you, Victoria Sanchez, for being so awesome. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and tell all your friends that 90s Nostalgia is still live on You, Me, and YTV.